drama from. I don't want no
You
drama today.
started. Okay,
I
welcome
didn't start
everybody to
anything.
Real Talk Uncut. We're live here
I said
today,
hello.
and
I said
we're getting
hello.
ready to. We're live
What's wrong with saying hello?
because
This is better than SVU. Wait a minute now.
we're live here today, and I'm gonna start off by saying, like we say every week, that we have a board over there. When you want to talk, you click the board. You get a minute and a half to do that. And Sweet is not here with us. Sean, you could go ahead and say a little welcome. And sometimes we let the talking just go freely. But when it kind of get out of hand, we ask that you click the board. So, um, as you know, I'm Tisa, and I'm still sending notices. So, y'all, Sean, you go ahead and introduce yourself. Oh man,
All
I should have
right.
did this before I opened up. All right, screen's gonna be covered for a minute here. Let's see,
Yeah.
people.
All right. My name is Sean. Y'all know me. I ain't gotta get all that stuff. Blah 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 blah. There's a boy. We barely use it if it get too rowdy. I do want to say this. I am not as prepared as I normally am due to the fact that someone tried to hack my account on Wednesday. From
Oh.
Wednesday all the way through probably Saturday, someone tried to hack my account. So I've been dealing with that all week. So I was only able to get one talk show done as far as the note stuff. I got some stuff for real talk done, but I mean yes, but it's just that I was trying my best, and I mean man, people just trying to take my account from me. They done got into my account and they done sent
Wow, did
messages
the
to people and
Linda Lab handle it for you? Did you find out
no,
who
they
did it?
didn't. I know who did it, but they won't. They're not gonna do nothing about it. So it is
That's
what
Wow.
it
messed up.
is. They don't got into my account and they don't send messages to certain people, sending sexual messages and things like that to people that I don't know, and people reported me. 15 people reported me saying that I was harassing them.
Wow.
That was not online on
I think
Wednesday.
sometimes that's the inside job of Linda Lamb. Who could get access to your passwords? When you
Go ahead,
think
sweet.
about it.
Oh,
So,
Yeah, you're right. Oh,
go ahead, sweet.
you have a lot of jealous people on here, and they don't turn you in. They don't like something because they can't do it or you get away with stuff. And yeah, they'll turn you in. They don't care who you are. And the thing about it is your friends. It's not the
Mhm.
one that don't know you. It's the one that do know you,
Mhm.
and that's terrible. You can't have somebody else can then work your ass off for like it. Oh, excuse me, work your butt off for like everybody else do. I just say the ASS. So I don't get these people here. I don't get them. We use money. You have to have money on this game, and any game
Mhm.
you go, you have to use money. If you ain't got the money, don't get on the game. That's all I can
Yeah.
tell you.
Yeah, Living Labs is very strange when it comes to this type of thing because because they were like because I have a person that I know who works in the labs, and they told me that because I was only me who reported my page being hacked, that's why they didn't take it serious enough because it was only me.
they
But
probably thought it was personal.
yes, because there's 15 people who reported my page for harassment, they took that seriously. So, I had to deal with that. And so, I mean, I got my account back, but I had to go remove all my credit cards and debit cards off my account just in case they tried to steal my money and
They didn't touch
change
your
my
money though,
password.
did they?
No, no, no. So what happened was my aunt, it's actually my actual aunt. She works at Second Life. She works at Linda Labs headquarters in California. So she the one who actually told my SL mom. She said, "Hey, do you know this person?" And it was my name. And she said, "Yeah, that's my SL son." And she was like, okay, well, his name came up on the record. He been reported 15 times for abuse and sexual harassment. And she was like, what? And then
Wow.
she came and told me, and then she was like, Don, what did you do? I said, Ma, I have not been on for a whole day and a half. I've been dealing with stuff because my route stuff changed from my real life job, GRTC. We start a new shift today, a new run pool this week.
Oh
Um,
wow.
so all my routes and stuff have changed over. My new off days are Sundays and Mondays. So I've been, shifting myself from day shift to night shift for my sleep schedule. So I haven't been online. And
Come on, Dallas.
yeah. So
Come on, Dallas. Let me turn this off right
Wow.
quick.
So So you're back to nights. Weren't you working nights before?
I was working. Okay, so when I first started this job, when I first started, like remember last year when I couldn't come for a couple months, that's when I was on night shift, but I didn't have Sundays off, so I couldn't come to the
Right.
talk show because I was at work during the time. And then later on in the year, I came back, and I had Sunday evenings. I still had to work Sundays, but I was off. I was in home in time by the time the talk show started, so I
Right.
was able
Right.
to be
Right.
here.
Right. Right.
Now, because every 4 months we do another week. Every 4 months we have to pick a new schedule. Every 4 months my seniority number goes up, and
Is
depending
it
on what's
different
available.
routes too? Pick a different route too, or same route, different time?
No,
They
so what
rotate
happens
your
is
routes.
no, so what happens is every single 4 months, it's called a run pool at GRTC. So what we do is your seniority number. So say I was by so for example, my number was 216. So that means I'm the 216th employee or bus driver within GRTC. So that means when my number comes up, that means I have to pick a new run. So that means my off day changes, my routes change, everything change. So the run that I picked this time is I'll be doing the 3A on Tuesdays, the 2C on Wednesdays, the 7A and 7B Thursday and Friday. I'll be doing the 1A on Saturdays, and I'm off Sundays and Mondays. That's what I
Okay.
picked. And that's my new schedule for the next 4 months. And every 4 months it changes. So, but yeah. So that's what
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
doing that, and now I'm back on night shift because they took my
So
money.
after
So
they I guess there's a series of hacking that goes along. You write about Linden Lab. If it's not affecting a lot of people, then
hmm
they think it's personal. They
yeah,
leave it at
exactly. And they
that.
just
Yep.
ignore it.
They ignore
hmm
it. They can't do nothing about it.
Oh yeah, they ignore it big time.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So,
I don't
That
know if
happened
you
I
to
do.
remember
you,
Tisa, but a
right?
few years ago they got me really good.
Yeah.
Um,
Who? Linda
I,
Labs
I
or?
had to change
No, a
my
hacker.
avatar.
A hacker got it. Yep.
I
Oh
had to
yeah.
change my avatar all the way to my bank accounts and everything. But one reason why I never went back to a premium account because I had already been in here for years already and they
hmm
collected money every month and they didn't help me do a damn thing.
Yeah, because
Nothing.
Linda Labs is very big. If you're not a premium member, they're not gonna give you no help. You're
Yeah,
gonna
No,
and
fight
they
I
tooth and
no
nail if you're
no
not a
right,
no.
premium
and they're
member.
supposed to give you
At the
extra
time,
help.
I was a premium member, and I
Really?
didn't get no help. And only
Oh.
they wouldn't even give me. I had a friend at the time, God bless the dead. She said, "Well, look into your history and blah 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 blah."
hmm
Right. I remember
So
that,
that's what
Blue.
I did, and it was. And I'll tell you on a stack of Bibles, I swear it was somebody from Lyndon's Labs because the people were still
Yes.
on. I knew who they were, and I hit their box up. It was two different avatars. I had a little business at the time, so I'm kind of guilty because I had too much money in there. So
hmm
when I tell you they was hitting me here on the game and in marketplace, they was killing my account
Wow.
for thousands at a time. About time I got to figure out what was going on and got to my bank, they had cleaned me out here. They cleaned me out here, and they was $1,200 into a credit card.
Wow.
Lucky I had insurance on the credit card with my bank because, like I said, Linden Labs didn't help me do a damn thing,
See,
nothing.
that's not even
They,
right.
the people, they didn't even, the people I would check a week later, 2 months later, and stuff like that. Them two avatars was still playing.
mm
Yeah, I
Two
see.
of them.
Cause that it's inside job. They hack from the
Yep, and
inside.
ever
Yep.
since then, I refused to go premium. I'm sorry. I had been paying them when I started this game. It was like $9 a month. I don't know what it is now.
It's 15 now.
Okay, and my avatar is how old? That avatar was like is like 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've been putting money and also my personal money into this game for years, and y'all can't help me do a damn thing.
See,
hmm
that's it's good that you did have insurance. Your bank
Yeah.
covered that.
What
Yep.
I also had to do too is I had to go back into that account and delete all my friends because they had to started going down my friends list.
Mm.
Okay, and people didn't understand. Oh, you cut my cord, you cut my cord, and I had to explain to zillions of people why
Mm-hmm.
I cut their cord because they had started working their way down my damn friends list,
Wow. Yeah,
That's
I
such an
remember
old
that. I
time.
and
Cutting
they
the
remember.
was
cord.
I
and they
remember.
was logging in from what's that other what is it, Dark Storm? They was logging
Mm-hmm.
in from there. I had
Dang.
Oh.
bridges from Dark Storm.
Mm.
So they got a
They
hold of
said
that and just gave it out.
that's the easiest. All hackers love Darkstone because it's easy for them to get
What
into
is
your
Darkstone?
business.
What is Darkstone?
It's like
It's a
Firestorm.
four, yeah. So with Second Life, there's second. So
You could,
most people use Firestorm to log
Oh, I
into
got
the
you.
viewer, but
yeah,
they have different viewers that people use to
yep.
use Second Life. So Firestorm is the only viewer out there, and all these viewers that they have are not like they're not up to date like
Security.
Firestorm is for security purposes. You can so yeah, Darkstorm is one of those things
Mhm.
that yeah they will use to
Oh,
get
see,
into your
I
Oh
never
account, and
yeah,
that's
knew.
and they was pissed at me. So you know how you could tell things is just not where you left it.
hmm
Right, right.
So one night I was on, and I was just standing on my land doing absolutely nothing. It was no reason for my avatar to go poof. And when it did, I'm aware now. So I got paranoid. And when
hmm
I went to put her back on,
You couldn't get in.
I couldn't get in. So what I did was log on my alt and hit my avatar up, and they didn't answer. It was them. Because
Wow.
once they get your password
They
and log
change
you
it.
in,
Yeah.
no, once they get your like you in now, once they get your password and log you in, it
Kicks
bumps
you
you
out.
out.
Yep, yep.
It kicks you out, and I couldn't get back in.
But there's a way around that.
Yeah, why
There
can't
is a
they
way
do
around
that?
that.
Why?
So
What's
what
the?
they did is got pissed. They
you gotta
couldn't get
pause
no
track
more
your time
money
though.
out the account. They couldn't get no more money out the account. So what they did was I had land on the Blake seat. Nice. What they did was send all my shit back and put my land up for sale.
Wow.
Mm.
Oh,
And
they
what is the
screwed
way
me
to get
lovely.
around that? There's got to be a way to get around that.
There is a way. That's what I'm about to tell
Okay,
you.
yeah, go ahead.
Several years ago, a hacker got into my husband's account. Now, he was
I thought
federal
that was
government back
Jackie.
then. Huh? And they hit him hard. Okay, they was going into his retirement. And this was long before he had retired. And they were sending any and everybody on his list $1.
Wow.
And then they were able to get into the bank account and everything. But being that my husband had security on his account through his employer, they caught it. They called him and asked him
Mm.
about it. And he was like, "No, I didn't do anything." So in turn, they went to Linden Labs because they hit a
Mm.
government account. So Linden Labs ended up talking with my husband. He got everything back. The employers put another type of security on the financials. And lo and behold, Linden Labs gave back everything immediately. They changed
Yeah, but
our
he got lucky.
status.
You got lucky.
They
But he got
changed
lucky
our
because he was a federal
status.
employee though.
Yeah, they changed our status to concierge. This is Linden Labs. They changed it to
And what
concierge.
does that mean?
That's like, in other words, if
It's
I
just
try to purchase more than a certain amount of lindens at any one given time, they won't let the transaction go through. If I try to send
well, that's
someone a
everybody now.
certain amount of lindens more than I have, even in my account here on the game, they won't let it go through. They automatically
That's
stop it.
everybody now.
Yeah.
That's everybody now. They won't.
Mostly,
That's everybody now.
but most people, they'll have that feature for everyone, but they won't make you concierge
So
Well,
why do they do it to some and not all?
the only
because of the situation being
but
that
y'all
the
got lucky though,
hacker
Miss
went
Jackie
in.
though, because
Yeah,
he was a federal
yeah,
employee.
exactly.
So, but
And
what
the
about
federal
everyday
government
regular
got
people
in.
though? That's the issue. Everyday regular people wouldn't get that kind of treatment. The only reason he got it was because the government stepped in on his behalf. But it was just regular
Right,
everyday people, then that wouldn't have worked.
right.
Well, if you
Right.
use a
That's
charge
true.
card that text you every time it's used.
That's a good thing.
That's,
That
yeah,
is
set your
actually a
card
good
up like that. Yep. That it'll
right.
That's what I'm
And
gonna
even.
start
I
doing.
tell
I'm gonna put it on.
anybody,
Well,
I
that's
tell
what I have
anybody,
now.
get a gift
Yep.
card.
And
Yes,
you say,
ma'am.
wait a minute, I didn't do this. Right away, you cancel it.
Exactly.
And the bank will
I'll
give you
tell
your money
anybody,
back.
get a gift card, a prepaid gift card. You
Hmm.
could call the number on the back of it
What I
and
have now
find
is
out the routing and the account number for that gift card. As long as you keep at least a certain amount of money on that card, anytime those benefits go off of there, they can text you and it won't affect whatever's in your separate bank account. So you already know for the game you want to play with $100 a month. If it goes to spending like 101.1 cent, the bank that really monitors that card is gonna call you
Wow. Okay.
immediately. I would tell anybody don't use your actual banking information on this game unless your banking has some serious backup.
Yeah.
That happens to
Mine's
me,
too.
but it happened to me with PlayStation. Somebody was using my credit card
Mm.
for purchases for PlayStation stuff. So at the time that it happens, my nephew was asleep. And I'm like, okay, this is another $16. What the heck is this? So when I called the bank and I told them that I wanted them to stop the credit card and send me a new one and I want all my money back. When they did the investigation, they were like, this is coming all the way from freaking Florida.
Yeah. Whole other
And I'm like,
state, country.
I'm not in Florida. You know where I'm at.
Right.
They had to give me all that money back. And that was a couple of years they was doing that. And I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe he needed something from the PlayStation. And when I questioned him, he was like, no, I would never do that without your permission.
Wow.
So that made me go and start looking at my credit accounts and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, this has
Somebody
been
was
going on for a while.
Yeah.
They gave me a new
Well,
credit card. And now, anytime there's a transaction made on that credit
Bing, you
card,
get it. Yep.
yeah, I get that. And I also get, you have to call us to let us know if you want this transaction to go through.
Exactly. I get a
so
big
my
text
credit card
message.
has that. My credit and debit card has that naturally now. I didn't sign up for. At least I
Right,
don't
right,
think I
right.
signed up for anything. But if I like, okay, for example, like anytime I make a purchase over $350, I get a text or a email or something, or somebody will call my phone like, hey, we're just checking. Did you
Mm-hmm.
make this purchase?
Right.
And
They
then I'll
don't
be
even
like, yes, I
approve
did
it.
make this purchase. And
Right.
then
They
then
call
that's
it
when it'll go
fraud.
through.
Mm-hmm.
It comes into your
Because what
text
happened?
fraud.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Because what happens is if I take a purchase of a 350 and I scan my card, it'll decline it. Then I have to wait 2 minutes, and my
Mm-hmm.
phone will go off or ring, and they'll be like, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
did you activate this purchase?" Yes, I did. I have
And then
authorized
they'll
this
let
purchase.
it
I
go
give them my
through.
put.
Right.
Then I have to
It's a
scan
good
my card
thing.
again, and they'll let it go through.
Right.
And I've done it a few times when I was getting my game because I had
So
got
that's the bank
PS5.
taking that extra precaution to save because they gotta pay
Yeah.
you back. So they
Hmm.
call
I
you right
learned my
then. You
Well, it's
gotta
lesson.
wait.
Capital
I
One,
don't
so
mind.
it's Capital One.
Yeah,
So
Capital One.
I
I've been with
learned my
Capital One.
lesson. Even now, I got it set up. If I go on vacation, if I don't call them before I go on vacation, I cannot use that card. If I leave New York and go to New Jersey, I cannot use that card.
Wow.
So
Okay.
they say before you go on vacations and stuff like that, you have to
Who is
call
Let
the
Brittany?
them
credit
know.
card you're going to use.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah. Because you could be traveling by car from New York to Florida and stop for gas,
Yep.
and it won't go through otherwise if you didn't contact
You
them.
got to call them. Yep. They said you didn't call us.
Okay. Well,
okay. So I just gotta set it up. But yeah, but so yeah, I'm not. Long story short, I'm not as prepared as I normally would have been. I do have a letter to read. I do got a couple trivia questions I'm gonna do, and I do have a one little celebrity news that I got.
oh,
But
you
that's
always
all that I
got
was able to
something.
pull up. Yeah, I mean, I got something because, like I said, I was working on because what I do is on Tuesdays and Wednesdays I work on Red Alert and Real Talk Uncut. But in the middle of me working on Real Talk, that's when it happened. I just got done with Red Alert, and then that's when it happened, and I had to fight that the rest of the week. So, but I did get something. So, with that
Right.
being said,
Yeah, let's take
yeah,
it
oh,
to the board, and I just want to bring up a comment that which me and my politics, Michelle Obama made. And she made this on the news, and a lot of people, doing this, that, and the other, but it's true. and she had said, if indicted, I can't never say that word. Trump
Indicted.
indicted. Got indicted. Trump was black. He couldn't run for anything. Is this true? Now, Fox News is saying, oh, no, who's she to say, black this, black that, we get affirmative action, this, that, and the other, da, 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 da. But is that a true statement?
Well, they hate it when black folks speak up on things as far as being in the government, and Barack Obama and Michelle Obama are the United States' worst enemy at this point because they were black people and they were in the government. So now
Right.
everything they speak on when it comes to anything being politics, don't nobody, the governments can no longer be like, oh, that's not true. You can't. No, that was a former president and first lady. So you can't tell us that whatever
They've
they
been
say
there.
is not true.
Right. They've been there and done that. you
Right.
know.
So you can't tell us that they lying or whatever the case may be. That's the former president saying. I mean, it's the former first lady saying this. This ain't just some random ass, regular old citizen who just
So,
making a random ass stupid ass comment.
right, if that's true, then why is Trump getting away with it? Why is he getting away with what he's doing? Unless they're I think the media's boosted him up more than what he really is. I really think you have people crossing over just voting to make him look good, and then he's going to fall on his face when the real election comes.
No, Trump is getting away with it because because y'all keep thinking Trump is dumb. Trump is not dumb. Trump is very smart. Trump is extremely smart. Y'all keep thinking that man is stupid. This man has spent the better part of his 60 years of life. He's 70 something now, but he spent the better part of his 60 years of life making friends in high places. This man is not dumb. He got friends in high places. So it don't take us. Have you ever noticed how this man is just so casual with it? He don't give a damn about none of this shit going on. This man don't care. If he is guilty, he know he ain't going to jail.
I
If
know,
the at
but
the most
why? But why?
he has friends in high places. This man has been paying off. This man has been making favors and paying people off for years. And all these, a smart
The
man.
funny thing about it is he's been making all this money and all these IOUs and everything, and that's all
Hmm.
they are. IOUs.
Hmm.
Right, he owes
He's
a lot
still
of
riding
money.
the coattails of his father. That's
He's
all that is. He's riding the coattails of his Havana. I was just thinking about you. That's what he does. Trump is not as rich as he would like to have people think he
he's
is.
not.
He's not even up in the first 5 millionaires.
He's not
Check it
rich.
yourself. He's not up in the first five nor the first 10.
So he's using the courtrooms
Shoot, he
to
ain't even
Uh-huh.
a million.
to
Y'all have to
campaign.
understand that.
Exactly.
Y'all have to understand that every time that you open your mouth and say Trump's name, that man makes $1 million. That is how this operates. Every time that you see
That's
his
not
face
the
come
truth
across
because I
the,
know his 1972 secret. That's not true.
What's the secret?
okay.
I told you to look into it, Sean.
He owe
I-
everybody that worked for him. He owe everybody.
He does. And
He's in the
plus he
list of
owes-
IOU CEO.
All those companies that build Trump towers all over the place. He, all of them. And
They
he's
all
got all
owe.
of them up in court, threatening them to have them deported and all that other stuff. He doesn't
He
pay
can't. He might
anybody.
not, and he knows he might not be able to truly get them deported. But he's been gotten himself out of their financial grip. Okay. Trump's mistake is that he's too damn arrogant and too stupid to know that he is dumbly arrogant.
He is. I mean, anybody could see that. I mean, why can't
You
people
know.
see that?
I don't know.
people-
And, you know, he
Because
said
y'all
he
have
would
to
shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and get away with it, and he will.
That was like one of the dumbest things he's ever said.
Right.
That was
Y'all
like
have to understand that
dumbest.
Trump is running the best political campaign that has ever happened in the
Yes,
United
he
States
is.
of
He's
America.
using the
That I
courts
gotta
and
agree with.
everything. Yeah.
He is right.
I've got to agree with that.
Yeah.
He ran
Thing
because
about
he
it
is
Is loving
he
them.
is-
It's like a cult. They are loving
Yeah, exactly.
him.
There you go.
Where my
There you
while
daughter
go.
loving
lives
him.
in Stony Point, New York. We went to take our my grandkids trick or treating. They was out there celebrating and drinking beer, and all you see is Trump all over the place. And you better
Wow.
not talk bad because you surrounded, and and they um kind of like confrontational.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
They'll
and that's
fight for
and
him.
that's what he gives off at when he speak and stuff. That's what he gives off, because if he's doing a lecture and something break out in the crowd, instead of usually the president, or you going to be president, the Secret
You will
Service
calm it down.
wish you away. Not him. He be cheering it on and this and that. Get him out of here and stuff like. What president does
Mm-hmm.
that?
But
When
that's
I
why
seen
he's so
that,
successful.
I said, we
That's
gonna
what
be in
makes
trouble.
him dangerous.
He is
It makes him
dangerous.
dangerous, but it also
What
makes him
happened at the
successful.
White House did happen because makes him dangerous,
Yeah.
and these
Yep.
people are really listening to his every
The
word.
only thing he has for him right now, unfortunately, and many will disagree with this, the only plateau that man has not climbed up on was to become a martyr. And there's only one way he can become a martyr.
Gotta shoot him, kill him.
Exactly.
Oh, he's just waiting for that. He's just waiting for that. The moment he's just waiting for somebody to come and
Exactly.
kill him, and he becomes a martyr. Now he becomes the hero that laid down his life for America. He's just waiting for somebody to come and kill him.
Yep. That's the
So
only thing. That's the
no
only
matter
plateau
what
he
he
has not
does,
gotten yet.
no matter what
He
he does,
lives
he's going to win because, like I said,
around.
he has the best political campaign that has ever happened in the United States because he's going off the palette that I am for the people, that he is for the
Yeah,
people. The
but
only
what
people.
people?
But
I
what
mean,
people?
it's not us.
He no he's not, it's not black people, but it's white people, and it's the people who are racist in this country. When you have a president up there who's talk, okay, for example,
You have a lot of those
if
people
you
that
are a regular if you are a
who do not
regular
like him.
smuggler if you are a regular smuggler American person and all you do all day is you go work your 9 to 5 and you pay your taxes, and then every single now and again you turn on the news and you got some politician saying something stupid out their mouth that you don't like, and now you got this president who's like calling out their name and calling, joking on them and laughing at them, and yeah, you stupid, you a stupid politician. Of course they're gonna run to support him because yeah, that's how I feel, and I got somebody in office who feel that. That's what they feel. That's exactly how they feel. He's
So
all he's
ignorant
doing is pulling. All he's doing is pulling at the heartstrings and the brain strings of the people, of the poor people who can't who have nothing to lose. They have nothing, and that's all it is. But like I said, so
So then he's using the courts. He's showing up at all these trials. He don't even have to be there. He's not campaigning and still winning. He's showing up in court and using that as a platform to campaign.
He
Having
put
people
his name
thinking,
where he wanted.
yeah, people all feeling sorry for him. They just all criminals. He calls everybody in the United States that's not on his side a criminal. You know,
He got names for that.
everybody got names for all of us, down
All
to
of
black
us.
people. He brought that up. Raising things about these Africans, when he talks about immigrants from Africa and this, that, and the other. He's a racist, and he does have control of the far right, right? But I don't know.
The problem with that is, if you've been watching CNN recently, the Republican Party is pulling away
They
from
are
support,
pulling away, but they're not
and the
saying it.
players that are pulling away are ones that he really needs to keep under his belt.
Exactly.
And they're now thinking about their careers and their futures, okay? Because in the law right now, they're deciding whether or not to make their jobs a limited time. It's not a
It should
lifetime
be.
job,
I think so.
and it should be a lifetime job. When you're elected or selected during a presidency, whoever that president is how long your term in that seat should be.
Right. So if he goes 8 years, you're there 8 years.
You have the job for 8 years if
I
he
agree with
doesn't
that.
switch out. And that's what they're determining right now. So these people in these seats that were placed there, not by the people, but by the presidents, They're worried about their jobs right now.
I think the Supreme Court justices, number one,
They
should
should be
not be there or
No,
lifetime.
they don't get a term for a reason.
And what's the
but they
reason?
should.
That's what I'm saying. Don't you? I know it's a reason, but don't you think
I
it
know,
should be
it
No,
should be.
term limited?
I'm old
no,
enough to say it should be a termed position.
it should not.
Why you say not?
Because if the whole point of the Supreme Court is that they are, they don't worry about politics. They worry
They
about what,
do though.
they don't
They
though.
do.
They
They
play
don't.
politics and everything. Look at that. The
They
black
don't.
guy that's
No,
on there was taking money from this one and that one to sway his votes. They do.
No, I'm
Game
saying
of
that they're
that.
not supposed to is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like they're not supposed to. So if you was to get the right people in the right seats, then it would be an okay position, and I wouldn't even worry about them having a term limits because they don't worry about politics.
Okay, so, but
That's
they're
what I'm
not the
saying.
right person in the right seats. They get
Exactly,
spoiled. They
they're
get
not the right
soured.
person.
So
Who
get
is
them
the
out.
woman that Trump put in the Supreme Court? What
Oh,
was her name?
he put that Kaufman, that
I
guy
feel
in
like
there.
I feel like what they need. I feel like what they need to
What
do
was
is
that?
they need to have Congress be able to they need to have Congress or whoever be able to take them out if they feel that they're not doing their jobs adequate. I think that's what they should
What's
do.
yeah, but
Because
what's adequate? They
like
make
okay, for
if
example,
the Republicans have control of the House and Senate, of
I
course,
feel
so
like there needs to
whoever's in
be
there is going to be adequate for them.
I feel they need to have an impeachment like they do the president. Like right now, how they're trying to find something to impeach Biden. And then they can't
Right?
find
They
anything.
did nothing,
They
nothing.
need to do this. They need to do the exact same thing for the Supreme Court
Yeah, but
justices because
again,
it's
if
one thing.
it's
Because
who's
it's
in
one thing to have
control.
your opinion. Because it doesn't matter if you can't find anything and you can't impeach them because you can't find anything. You can't impeach them. This
Okay,
is why they're so.
but it's still who's controlling Congress and the Senate at the time. They're not going to impeach a Republican judge. They're going to find a
I'm
reason to
looking
say
at
it's
it.
okay to
But the
stay.
Republicans won't always be in charge of it.
I
Always
think they should be voted in. What about
the House.
us?
No,
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 it don't
That
no.
take
won't work.
130. That
What the
sucker's
hell?
burnt from the inside out.
That
they're really
doesn't.
doing.
If they go up just like presidents and we
Like
vote,
burnt popcorn now. Ew. I'm sorry, y'all.
girl, take your mic off. You talking about some burn something? You burning?
No,
They burnt my pocket.
I just feel like they just need to be. I feel like if they're going to do what they're going to do, then they need to be able to because the whole point of the whole Supreme Court thing is checks and balances. If you mess with the checks and balances that we have, there will be no balance for the Supreme Court. There will be no balance
Yeah, but
within Congress.
they got to be balanced in their
Because
head.
the only person who can appoint somebody to the Supreme Court is the president. No one else can do that but the
Right.
president.
Right.
And the Congress has to approve them or whatever the case may be. So with that being said, that means no one could just go and just be a Supreme Court justice. If you say that we're going to leave it to the people to vote, that means any and everybody can run
Okay,
for the
I like to
Supreme
go with
Court.
term limits.
I don't
I
think you should do
think
term limits. I think you should do
and that's
impeachment process.
something that they're gonna have on the next election.
They're not going to have that
That's
ever.
one of the questions.
They're not
Watch.
going to have it ever. They're not going to have it ever. It's illegal.
Well,
It's
no,
not
no, no,
illegal.
no. Just to vote on
House.
it. They got to
If you
pass
if you
it.
know your government, you know that it's illegal to do anything with the Supreme Court. Can't nobody do nothing. So if you
No,
know
no,
your
no,
government,
no.
you would
But
know.
you could write it.
You cannot do
different.
that
Just like
either.
You could amend the
It could be
Constitution.
voted
You
out.
cannot do that either.
Why?
That's the
Because the
problem.
founding fathers, when they wrote that Constitution,
them.
Yeah, but it's
they
been
wrote-
amended. How many times the Constitution
I mean,
been
yes,
amended?
the Constitution has been amended because they added stuff to it, but they can't take away stuff from the Constitution.
Okay,
can't
so they
change
can
the
add
basic.
this and say, look, we want
Yeah.
the judge to be
But
on
that
term
didn't
limits.
happen. But you cannot take away from the Constitution at the same time. You can
All
add,
right,
but you can't take
that's gonna be
away.
my assignment for next week. I'm gonna go and see in the Constitution about Supreme Judge where it says they have to be in there for life.
There is
That's
a
the
term.
same
That's their
thing
term.
why
It says
Trump
that they
thinks that
serve for
he's
life.
not going to jail because he feels that he should not
put
be
3 judges in there.
intimidated or anything because the acts that he did were while he was president. But wait a
is
minute,
why-
there's a clause in there, which is that 14th Amendment. If you committed the crime while you was in office,
That's why I said
he
that is
can
why I
be
said
incriminated after leaving office.
that is why I said you need. That's why I said I want an impeachment process for the Supreme Court, not necessarily a term limit. Because what
Well, you're
happens
right.
is the
Both. I
Supreme
agree.
Court. Wait, hold on. The Supreme Court, like you said, Jackie, that has the 14th Amendment, right? That means the Supreme Court is responsible for upholding the Constitution over everything, no matter who put them on the bench to be Supreme Court judge. They have to uphold the 14th Amendment. So if they go into, for example, if they go in there and they just say, you know what, he didn't do it, he didn't do it, he didn't do it, then that means somebody. It does not matter who has dominance over the Congress. We need to erase that whole, oh, the Republicans got control over the Congress, so now they ain't got to worry about that because they got the most votes. No, we need to just have it where anybody, it doesn't matter who it is, if you do not do your job correctly, you need to be taken out of your job. That's simple as that. It doesn't.
But
There's
it's
no
still
ifs
got to
ands
be
buts about
voted
it.
by Congress and the Senate, right? They have to approve it.
I feel that there needs to be a way where all of this. Okay, let me just say this. I already say this already. This whole the real reason why we're in this mess today is because of a two-party system. We need to get rid of this two-party system. If we have somebody who can go into office and get rid of this two-party system that we have got right now, everything will be so much better. Because right now, you either got the Democrats or you got the Republicans, and neither one of us will talk about us
Then what
people.
happens
They
with the
don't
checks
care.
and balances then? If you have just all
Checks
one.
and balances
That's the
is there.
next question.
Checks and balances is always going to be there regardless of who, if it's Republicans or Democrats. I'm just saying there needs to be more than just the Democrats and Republicans because now
Okay,
we're
then
But
relying on
then
these.
then
aren't
you're
there more
saying then you're
there
saying that the
Republicans
majority
and
of the votes should count when a president is elected. It shouldn't be based on districts and this, that, and the other. Hillary got more votes.
No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what
But
I'm
then if
saying.
you
What I'm
break the
saying.
parties down into one, there's no one side and the other. Therefore, the
No.
president
What
has
I'm
to.
saying is no. What I'm saying is they need to open the door for more political parties to come through. Like for example, the Independent Party, the party that no one really hears about. If someone wants to run independent and try to become the president, they will automatically lose because they're not getting support, they're not getting the money or the funding or anything to become president.
Right.
Because they're running independent. What they need to do is they need to have a way for the independent people who don't want to be Democrat, who don't want to be Republican, to have their way
hmm
to get up there.
But they
But the
do
problem is
run.
they do
they
though.
run, but they don't have the support to get the actual. You can run all day. If you run, cool, great. Anybody can just pay money to office of election, just run for office. That's the easy. But to actually win the presidency is the hard part. And if you don't have the money, if you don't have the
So you're
support,
saying the
if you don't have
delegates
the
and all
people,
that should be split evenly between left, right, and the middle. They all should have the
yes,
same. Yeah, I can understand that.
I feel exactly. I feel like and I also feel like we need to take away the electoral college because if you go back to when Trump first won the election, he actually didn't win the presidency. If you actually go back and look, actually,
hmm
Hillary Clinton won that election because
Yes, she
she won the
did
popular
by
vote. But the problem
millions.
is, right, she won the popular vote, which means more people voted for Hillary Clinton than they voted for Trump.
Exactly.
So if they went by the popular vote, which means they went by the people's vote, like it's supposed to be, then that means Hillary
Well.
Clinton
Why
would have
can't it
been.
be that way?
That's what I'm saying.
We
That's
need
because
to
we have the
fight for
electoral.
that. We need to fight for
The
that.
reason why now, the reason why we have that system is because the founding fathers, because back then there was no educational type system like we have now, where people were required to go to school and learn all this stuff and learn all this stuff. Back then, you can go. The only way you went to school is if you was rich, a rich white person who owned land. But even then, if you was a white person and didn't own land or anything like that, you just went to work. The
The slaves couldn't vote. We couldn't vote anyway back
slaves
then.
couldn't vote, and if you were a white man with no land, then the only thing you could do is go
Ignorant, I
work. Just
guess they
go to
call that. Yeah.
yeah, or you just go to work. You may learn the basic ABC 1, 2, 3s, but once you get to third and fourth grade, you can drop out. Don't nobody give a damn. But
Okay, let's
excuse me.
go on because someone made a comment about this. And I listened and I said, you know what? He's
Oh yeah,
probably
let's talk
telling the
about this
truth.
because Biden is getting on my
Yeah,
damn nerves.
shut up. Does Biden need to do more
We'll
than
see now
going to
later.
a church in South Carolina and then a restaurant to eat soul food? He did that last week. He started his campaign in South Carolina. He visited the church where
Let's see.
they Remember those people got shot? Them 9 people were killed by that racist. I think his name
Hmm.
was Dylan, whatever. He went to that church and spoke, and then afterwards he went to a soul food restaurant and ate. Does he have to
Oh, he's
do
not gonna
more
win.
than
He's not
that?
gonna win the election. He's not gonna win the election, so it doesn't really matter at this point.
He's I think he is.
He's not. He
Why?
ain't.
Why you say he's
I
not?
know he ain't. Because we're sick and tired of it. Ain't nobody gonna vote for his ass no more.
So you're
Especially not
gonna
the people
put
who
you
are in
rather
my
have
age
Trump?
range.
You rather have Trump in office?
No, I'm not saying I'd rather have Trump, but I'm pretty sure that he's not even gonna get far enough to get to the nomination to get up there because he still has to go through everything else. If there's another person that's gonna run for president that's on the Democratic ticket, I'm gonna automatically vote
No,
for
they
him
would
over
have been
Biden.
out there by now. You have to be
There
out there by now, because then he
actually
has to
actually we
battle
haven't gotten there
Biden.
yet. We haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten there
I
yet.
know, but during the Republicans, Biden should be fighting the other Democrat that wants to go against him. He should have did that already, so we could look and
His
decide.
no. See the thing that people do
I'm
not
so sick of
understand.
voting.
I'm sick of it too, to be honest with you.
I'm
The
sick
thing
of
about it
politics.
is, the thing about it is, in general, is that your campaign to be reelected as president happens while you're in the White House. Yeah, we're looking at you running all these promises you're making. Okay, great. We know you're lying. Fuck it, whatever. We know you're not gonna do everything you said you're gonna do. Whatever. But when you get into office, the people are watching your every single move. We see what you're doing. We know what you're doing. So based on how you are in those 4 years in office, is how we want to vote coming up now. So it don't matter if you going around talking about something. I'm gonna eat soul food. I'm gonna be with the black folk in South Carolina. I'm gonna go visit. We don't care about none of that. We really don't care because we already seen what you done did when you was over in office. We done already seen all that, so we really don't give a damn what you got going on. We looking for somebody else now at this point. Go ahead, Malcolm.
Okay, we got Malcolm on the board.
Hi, everyone.
Hi,
Um,
Micah.
I think that, Joe Biden did do some good when he
A
was in office.
lot. He did a lot.
Give him
Come
credit
on,
for,
Sean. Go ahead,
like,
Malcolm.
for instance, after George Floyd was killed, he made it so that he basically put a law in saying that police officers can no longer use that type of method to restrain people because it didn't just happen with George Floyd, it's happened with other people as well.
He did not.
The
But he,
chokehold.
yes, he did.
He did
Yes,
not.
All right, let her finish.
Go ahead. I'm finished. Finish. But go
yes,
ahead.
he did. There was a big thing all over the news about him signing that, basically saying they can't use chokeholds to detain people.
Signing
Okay,
a bill and actually making a bill is two different things. But continue.
okay, but he did sign the bill. It was
Signing it and making it is two
Yeah,
different
but you
things.
could
But
you could you
continue.
could place a bill and tell them to pass it, Sean. And
he
it's
has,
up to
That's
Congress.
exactly. If he
Right,
doesn't
come on.
sign that bill, it's not gonna
but
pass.
he did.
Right.
But
So it
if
happened. Go ahead, Malcolm.
he did sign the bill, it did pass. He did it right after
No, I
George.
know it did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
They didn't
so
do nothing.
You better shut Sean. I'm gonna slap you. I'm right next to you.
but yeah,
Let
so
him
I mean,
finish.
Biden can do, like I keep saying, and you said the Congress doesn't. It's not the Congress that has the power; it's the House that has the power. So it doesn't matter what he wants to do. And the Republicans have said over and over and over and over again since Obama was in office, anything that the Democrats try to pass,
They're
they
not
are
gonna do it.
not going to do it. Now, with that said, okay, there are things that need to be passed, like what's going on with the veterans. I keep seeing this video going around on Facebook, and it makes me really emotional. So if I get emotional, you're just going to have to bear with it.
You gonna
But
hate me?
there was this video of this young girl, right? She's, Gen whatever. No, she wasn't a millennial. She's one of the younger ones. I don't even remember what they're called. So she has a pride flag behind her, and she's yelling, "What did you do for your flag?" And they show a video of a veteran who is pulled over to the side of the road, with a gun in his hand, and he's crying. And
Oh God.
on the phone with the VA suicide hotline, this cop pulls over, goes over to the passenger side of the truck. He's talking to the veteran. He said, "Can you get out?" So the veteran gets out. And the veteran's hysterical, and the cop's talking to him. Cop was in the military or whatever. And this veteran in that state just reached out to the officer and said, "Can I have a hug? We are not taking care of the people they're coming back dead. They may be here physically, but they're not here spiritually, and they're not here emotionally or mentally. So what I would really like to see the government do is I would like to see them take care of the people that went over and fought fake wars for resources and come back all fucked up because of what they've done, of what they've witnessed, you know. And so when I look at our government, you know, homelessness, people
Did
need
the
to
officer give him a hug?
Yes, he did.
Y'all gonna hate me.
All
Y'all
right.
gonna
Well,
hate me.
Malcolm, your time is up. But thanks for that, because I haven't seen that.
Y'all finna
Yeah,
hate
it's
me.
going around every time I see
It's
it.
a nice commercial. It's a nice commercial.
Wow.
Y'all finna hate
It's
me.
very touching. It's
Go
very
ahead,
touching.
Sean. Let us
Be
hear.
very careful, Sean.
You better.
Yeah, carefully.
Y'all finna hate me. I don't give a damn about the military. I can care less about the military. To be very frank with you, I really don't care because not one time has the people who are who are military right now. What war has they fought in for America? People keep talking about something. They fought for our freedom. What freedom? What
Right now, I'm talking about Iran. I mean Iraq. I'm talking about the Middle Eastern wars that
Let's
were
go.
fought.
We're going to World War III. I hope y'all know that.
What war has the military? What war has we ever fought? Has America ever fought to where our freedom was on the line? Go ahead. No. Answer my question. Don't say nothing else. Answer my question. What war has America fought where our freedom was on the line? Go ahead. Answer that question.
The
Revolutionary
Civil
War.
War. That was about the last one.
Civil War was
Revolutionary War.
I know.
Civil.
But
Do you
you
know
know
how
what?
long ago?
We have allies that we get out to help.
Don't
We try
matter.
to
It
make
was
the whole
still a
world.
war. You asked for an answer.
But they're saying the war on Iraq was because of 9/11, which is
That was a
bullshit.
war on our freedom right there.
Stop.
No, it wasn't.
9/11.
No, it wasn't.
So Bush
You
said-
don't
and
think
it-
we should have retaliated on that?
It wasn't.
No.
But it was Afghanistan.
I wish we would have waited though, but still we
Afghanistan
retaliated.
wasn't Iraq. He went over to Iraq to steal oil. Cheney had a company that was over there drilling for oil. Why?
Yet you still have yet to answer my question.
So did Trump.
Why if
Y'all keep
Afghanistan-
bringing up all this extra shit that's happening with the military, but yet you have yet to answer my question.
Okay.
All right,
well,
no, wait a minute. Sean, you explain why you think
Yeah.
by being a part of our allies, who's fighting for freedom, is not fighting for freedom.
It is not fighting for freedom because not one time has anybody at any country has anybody has ever came over here and said that we're going to attack America. That our goal is to hurt
It's
America.
coming.
They
They
have
did. That's
not-
9/11.
Go ahead.
9/11.
9/11, no, because you're wrong. Because the only reason why 9/11 happened was because it was a retaliation from them because we killed their leader. That is why 9/11 happened.
They
9/11 was
came
just
to
not
the
some.
country.
What
They
leader?
Attack America.
Yeah,
They
what?
still
what
attack
leader?
American.
What was
What
that man?
leader?
Hold on, I gotta get his name. Hold on,
Saddam
I forgot his
Hussein.
name.
Are you
Saddam.
talking about Gaddafi?
You know me.
Maybe it was I forgot who was it maybe
Bin
Gaddafi. Now I'm
Laden.
not.
Bin
Now
Laden.
hold on. Let me finish before I get to talking. Now I'm not saying that 9/11 was not a very sad and upsetting event, and we should retaliate for it. But I'm just saying that the reason why that whole thing happened. Now, if you ask some people, they believe that it was a inside job with the conspiracy theory on that. But I don't believe that. But the reason why 9/11 happened was because America's soldiers went over there to help their allies, quote unquote, and they killed some prince or whoever he was over there. They've been trying to hit the Twin Towers twice.
Yeah, they
it's,
better get this shit right
Yeah,
because
they
I'm
did.
getting it
They,
right.
they did do it twice. They blew it
They
up and
tried
it
it.
in the
They did.
basement
They-
the
twice.
first time.
they tried to hit the Pentagon where my real life sister-in-law.
I lived in DC, so I
Twice.
was there near the Pentagon when it happened. I was a child,
I'm-
yes, but I was there. So what are you trying to say?
9/11, Sean. What I'm saying is there has been attempts to cause major damage
Damaged.
to the
Mhm.
before
And they
9/11.
Okay, when?
And there also has been attempts to blow up the World
Okay,
Trade
when?
Center.
Yeah, and then
Okay, when?
messing up the basement.
92, I think it was. They did it from the
92?
basement, but it wasn't powerful. Right, it
Yeah,
was
when
in the
they put that
90s.
freaking band down
I'm
there
sorry, I
with
can't hear.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay. So you said in
That's when they
'92
put
there was
those metal things down there. Those
Exactly.
bars.
a.
What do you call them? Barded? The
Yeah, you
metal
said what?
They thought the building would come
bars.
down by blowing it up from the basement. It didn't.
yeah, from
Yep.
the basement. They put a
And
band
who did
down there
that?
with a whole bunch of
And who did that?
explosives.
And who did that?
Terrorists.
Okay, where? Okay, who terrorists? Who
Well,
did
you
it? Like
look it
was it
up. Look it
Iran?
up. You look it up.
No, somebody. No, y'all telling me
No.
about it. So
Well,
you
you
tell me.
asking what
I
were the
want to say
attempts
the
on our
right
freedom?
organization. I
Christ.
don't want to be. I don't want to say the
That's
wrong
right. 'Cause I'm gonna
organization.
Google it and find out
Yeah,
what was
Google it and
behind
tell me
that.
because I'm not going to Google it. Because I want you to Google it because you are going to tell me that this happened.
What was this?
organization?
You don't
this
remember?
terrorist
Oh, you
I
don't
don't
remember because you were young.
Osama bin Laden.
You're right. I was young.
What
So
was
if
the
this
name
happened,
of
I wasn't even born in
the
'92.
I
To be
can't
honest.
Google it right now
Obama
because I'm
with
filming.
Bin Laden.
Okay. You
Al
said what?
Qaeda. I couldn't say
Al
it.
Qaeda.
Al
Al Qaeda. Okay. So Al Qaeda
Yep.
tried. Okay. Well then. So then. Okay. 9/11. But the whole point of my conversation that I'm trying to have is that there has not been one war like where a people a country tried to say that we're going to attack America and then all this good stuff. I mean, I'm sorry, not good stuff. I'm
You
not
don't
even say
think
it like
that? I
that. But
think this is the year for World War
Don't
III.
think 9/11
this
was
is
a
not the.
war.
There is not going to be no fucking World War
Oh,
III.
well,
I'm
it's
what you
going
stop
to
saying that.
The
The
United
person
States
that
is
tried to
already.
blow up the Twin Towers the first time was Ramsey, was a guy named Ramsey Youssef and his
And where is he from?
conspiracies.
Al Qaeda.
And
Al
his
Qaeda?
conspiracies. Okay.
Now, is Al Qaeda a country or is it a terrorist group?
It's a terrorist.
It's a terrorist group.
It's a
Okay,
terrorist group.
so my comment still stands that there has not been one country that has ever tried to rise up against the United
Where's
States.
he from?
There has
He's not from America.
But we know where they're
He wasn't
from.
from America.
That's not a country. Al Qaeda's not a country.
No.
But
Al
true, but
Qaeda's
come on,
over in
come on,
Iran,
Sean.
Iraq, Saudi
They were
Arabia.
sent
They're
here by
everywhere.
someone. They were sent
Sean,
here by
come
Were
on.
they representing were they representing their government?
Yeah, so now I
Yes.
don't know what they
Were
were
they-
representing.
No.
Of
Were
course.
No,
they
they weren't.
representing
No, they
their?
were not.
No, they were not. Thank you.
Canada was
They were
not
not.
representing their country. They
Their
are
country
a
was not
stand
supporting
alone.
anything. Exactly. They were alone.
So they're
They
like
were-
a militia.
Yes, they are a militia and they're
if
mercenaries.
they-
They were not acted upon on the country.
Exactly. They were not
All
acting
right,
upon
you know
their
what? I
president
can't
or
look
their
all
leader.
that up now
I don't
because y'all
believe
just
that.
throwing stuff out there.
Understandable. I
Y'all just
understand that
throwing
you
that
can't
out
look it up
there.
right
You
now.
saying 9/11 was by a terrorist too and not the country?
No, I know it was a terror. I know
Planned.
it was.
It's a terrorist attack by Al Qaeda that had nothing to do with the country because they believed they
Where's
did not
Al
want
Qaeda
Americans
from?
on their land.
Where's Al Qaeda from? Iran,
You
Iraq,
keep saying that
whatever.
they're from
Actually,
Iran,
they're
but
from
you still-
Afghanistan.
They were
What
Islamic,
Afghanistan, whatever.
There
Right.
was Islamic fundamentalists that came here to blow up the towers.
Right. They came here to blow up the Twin Towers because not because they were trying to take over America, but because they were upset at us because we were taking over their land and stealing their oil. That is why the whole thing happened. And also because we also went over there and we killed one of their leaders over there. What is it? I think one of the
Okay,
person
so you're
assassinated their leaders.
saying that we should not have went to war at,
No.
You're saying
I'm not saying that if someone
if
comes
that's the
and
case,
attacks
get
us,
the
then I
hell
believe.
out of Israel, get the hell out of Ukraine, bring
Yes.
our,
Thank
our
you.
boats home
Thank
on the
you.
Red
Yes.
Sea right now. That's
That is what I'm
starting,
saying.
blowing up
That
stuff
is
over
what I'm
there
saying.
and everything else.
That is exactly what I'm saying. Because why the fuck are we over there doing shit anyway?
You're right.
We got
I
so
shouldn't
much
be
stuff.
over there.
The whole reason why I said all that to say this is that I don't like how we're giving so much. Talking about they died for our country and they did this for our country. They haven't. When was the last soldier died for our country?
Well, you
go
cannot
overseas
say that,
and fight in
Sean,
a war.
because you have military that are dying for this country.
Okay, where?
Period. Because,
Actually, he
because
can
when they
say that.
said-
Where?
No.
Where?
Would you wait?
Believe it or
Where?
not, most of the
Explain?
wars that we fought
Where?
in was
Would you
because of
shut
our
up
ally
for a
needed
second?
help.
Because first of all, when you join the military, your role is to do whatever the government say. When
You still have not answered my question.
when they die, no matter where they are, they from this country. So they died
So you telling
from
me-
this country.
So you telling me that just for the simple fact that
Tell
you're doing the
military
military,
people
no
that
matter
died or the families that died over there.
who
My
and
brother was in
where,
the Vietnam War. Came home half crazy.
Vietnam
Was
War was
totally unnecessary.
Vietnam War was an unnecessary war, and they was very highly criticized for that war because we shouldn't have brought our asses over there in the first
Hundreds of
place.
thousands of Americans died over there for nothing.
Exactly, because the
Not
government
to
sent them
sound
over
like an
there.
asshole, but also in the Vietnam War, a lot of American men was raping the Vietnamese women and enslaving the children at the same damn time during
I
that
was
war.
just getting ready to get to that point too. So I'm still trying to figure out where are these people dying for our country at. Please tell me where. Go ahead.
I could
Can
tell you.
anybody? Tell me, please. Where are they dying for our country at?
Civil War.
Being that it's the military, and
We
the
were
majority
actually
of
the
the men in
oppressors.
my
The
family
Vietnamese was
are
trying to get us
I
out of
can't.
military.
their
Hold on.
country.
Listen, Berlin. I can't hear both of y'all at the same time. One of y'all got one of y'all at a time, please. I love y'all both.
Go
I gotta
ahead.
hear both of y'all. One of y'all, please. Who? Jackie, you was talking first. Then I'm gonna get to Berlin. I just
Most of
can't hear
the,
both of y'all at the same
I'm
time.
gonna say, as a relative to most of the men in my family who are military,
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
a
You want to
lot
tell
of
us?
the reasons why our military goes across the waters
Mm-hmm.
to fight some of these wars, I do agree, are needless. We should not be there. It really ain't our business. So on that, I do agree.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as a war that our military had to actually literally fight to protect this country,
Mm-hmm.
I do agree with you on that aspect, Sean. But at the same time, there's a war in the American streets every day, and I do agree. Our military
Exactly.
don't do
We
shit.
got terrorists here.
That is what. Thank you.
Okay.
That is where I was getting to, Miss Jackie, is that we have problems in our own front yard, backyard, side yard, left yard, on the roof, on the
Exactly.
house, in the basement, on the foundation. We got so many problems over here, yet we keep sending
Our
people out there.
military should
Why then
be
isn't America
military in
being?
our presence right here in
How do
America.
you know by us
Exactly.
being elsewhere is preventing us from being attacked here? If
Look,
we put, if our
Look at these
strategies
other
are,
countries.
Because nothing's changed.
exactly.
we never,
No
Our
other country
military is
has
not
the.
gonna go for a scene where you got 2, 3, 4, 5 officers with a gun to one man's back or neck or whatever, tying his arms behind his head and his legs up around his throat. Our military is not gonna stand there and let that bullshit happen.
exactly.
Our military needs to police our country.
So
Well,
here's my
that's how they
question:
do it in Israel.
if there are
They
so
police the
now,
country.
the only thing that the military need
Fuck
to do
Israel
overseas right
and
now
Ukraine. I'm
is
sorry.
the only thing that our United States military need to be doing right now is they need to be sending people over there to Japan or whatever the man doing, Kim Jong Un,
Yup,
and go over
South
there and stopping
Korea. But
those
then that's
nukes
the
that he
same
got.
thing. Sean,
No, no,
they're
no, no.
still sending us somewhere.
You
You
know
right,
who
but
can
what's
you
gonna
know
blow
who's
us
in
up?
his back
You,
pocket
it's
like a
hard talking.
condom on a dick?
No, what's
Trump.
gonna blow us up are those
It's
nukes
hard talking to people.
China. China's already got that could reach the United States.
That's
While
what
we
I just said.
I
bullshitting
agree.
North
That's
Korea,
what I
China,
just
and
said,
even
Cecil. You're not
Russia.
listening to
I
people.
am
You're not
listening. That's what
listening.
I'm saying.
You keep
But
repeating
you
the same thing I'm telling you.
no, but you saying send troops over to Japan to
That's what
take
I mean.
care.
Not Japan. I'm sorry. Not
Thank
Japan.
you.
China. Or I'm sorry, China. I'm sorry. I said the wrong name. But you still know what the hell I was saying.
No,
You know
I
I was
didn't.
saying. You know what the hell I was saying. That's the
No.
same goddamn area. They all speak ching ching chong. You know what the hell I was saying.
China's getting ready to take
You're not
over
finna do that.
Taiwan, so that puts them closer to the United
No.
States. They get ready to
No.
start a war to take Taiwan
What I know
back. Why?
when I'm yes, what I'm saying is, Tisa, is this: if we're going to send our troops overseas, send them to where the threat actually is, which right now is in China. They are testing rockets right now that can reach
Exactly,
the
but we can't
west
send our troops
coast.
to China.
Why can't we?
Because
We
we have
send
to
them
be in
everywhere
the
else.
area around China. We can't just go send troops in China.
Okay, the
And
area
Taiwan,
around
China
China.
Taiwan was
right
the
now,
closest
most of
we
our
could
stuff
get.
come from their country. Our electronics, our
Stop. We need to die.
everything over
Stop
here. They
buying
wanted
from
to hit
them.
us.
Stop buying
So
from China.
so y'all are okay with I mean, so what y'all telling me is that our government is okay with the fact that this president over there is over here testing out nukes aimed towards our country, where our country actually
No,
is
we're
in
not
danger
okay
of
with
being
that.
hit. But okay, what I'm saying is though, yet we're not sending nobody over there to even to no surveillance,
Where you go?
no
Yes,
no
we
no
are. We're
incognito.
in Taiwan. We have military in Taiwan, Sean. That's
You
right
have a
next to
we
China.
have we
And
have
the
less.
seas around them. That's why them ships and boats are over there. We're not
They
sitting
have less
back.
than they have less than 1,000 troops in Taiwan right now. Most of our troops are in the Hamas and whatever bullshit ass shit going over there. That is where the
That
majority of our troop is. We have less than 1,000 troops over there in Taiwan. Well, that's not what I'm saying. That we
How
need
do
to
you know
focus
those
on.
aren't pinpoints
can
that
I
could
say
reach
something real quick?
China
Am I gonna
in
piss
case
off a
they
lot of
do
people?
a
Well, I'll get
military
you 1 second,
attack,
Berlin.
a military attack on us by sending a nuclear warhead? How do you know those ships all over the east is going to stop that? They got to be in strategic areas to prevent that. Taiwan is
You
what?
still
China's
not
getting ready.
listening
Oh my gosh.
because what you're not hearing what I said. I said that there are less than 1,000 military
I'll look
personnel.
that up and
That is
see.
that is you're not going to find it. I mean, I know for a
Well,
fact
how do
because
you know it's less than 1,000?
because majority of our military is in the Hamas and all that good stuff. That's how I know that it cannot be more than 1,000. It might be more than 1,000. I might be wrong with the number. It might be more than 1,000. It might be.
Okay,
But
Berlin, you wanted to say something?
yeah, go ahead, Berlin. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Berlin. I'm so sorry. I was just.
Okay, what I was trying to say is that I have a friend who's a Marine. They
Mhm.
went to Japan, China, Russia. They are training their military. He told me this from straight out his fucking mouth. When they go over there, they're not there to protect us. They're there to train the other military so they know what to do. They are not sitting there to protect us. We don't get what's the shit that other countries do when they come here? Get protected and all that extracurricular shit. Then
Some surveillance and college stuff like that. They're not doing that. Is what you're saying?
yes. When I
Okay.
asked him
Okay.
when he got
Gotcha.
deployed, I said, wait, we ain't gonna hear from you. He said, no, you're not gonna hear from me because we're going over there to train their military. And I said, what do you mean you're going over there to Japan to train their military? He said exactly how I said it. The Marines are all going over there to train their
Japan
military.
is our ally. They're in a good position to protect us from North
Oh
Korea.
my God, y'all just so.
No, okay. Let me say another thing.
You don't
Let me
believe
say
that,
another thing.
Sean?
Japan is also an ally to China and Russia.
Exact. That's what I was just going to say. Thank you. Thank you, Berlin,
Japan
for saying
may
that.
say that they're an ally to us, but we don't know who an ally is
So
to them.
then why
They are
isn't
allies.
Japan over there fighting with Russia against Ukraine?
Why would they mess up their own money?
Exactly.
Oh Lord, y'all just beating around the bush. If
We're
they're
not beating around the
allies,
bush. You just accused.
allies are supposed to come in and help. Like we
No,
running to
no.
help
Okay, so what's the
Israel
That's
point
not.
of the UN?
for whatever
What's the
Hold on.
point of
reason.
the YOY? What is the point of
Hold on.
NATO? They
Hold
all
on.
sit
Hold
in the
on.
same
Hold on.
fucking room and talk about how they gonna fuck each other
All right,
over.
you could on the fuck.
Oh, so basically, all I'm going to say is what we're saying, Tisa. You're not understanding what we're saying. You keep trying to make it seem like that allies have to fight for each other. No, an ally just means that hey, if I need your help, I can ask you for help. That don't mean I have to go and if I'm your ally, that means hey, Sean, I'm in a fight. Come help me. Oh no, I'm not coming over there. Do you see how big a nigga is? And I'm gonna get my ass
That's like
whipped? I
saying
think
how
the
come
fuck not.
Germany didn't help Ukraine or Iran?
Exactly.
Money wise, they are.
I'm sorry. Wait. Okay, let's pause. We people on the board. Malcolm, she's done. So Jackie, whoever's next to the X, I'm so
All
sorry.
right, go ahead.
I just looked over the board. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
Okay. I want you to clearly
Hold on,
understand
Jackie.
this.
Hold on, Jackie.
Okay.
Hold on, Jackie. Clear Malcolm off the board so Jackie can get. There you go. Okay, there we go. Go ahead, Jackie. I'm sorry.
Understand this clearly for those who really believe that we actually have allies. Okay. Read up the strategic need and what you should do in the game of chess, because these countries with these leaders and what have you are the pieces on the board. The strategy that each piece must make in order to win are the events of war which is going on.
Right.
Now,
Preach.
some of the pieces on the board can ally with other pieces or set it up so that they can take another piece on the board, aka another country, over.
Preach, minister. Preach, minister.
Okay. There is only but one piece on that board that is worth anything.
Uh huh.
I bet you y'all
Talk
don't know
to
what
us.
it is.
Queen.
Talk. Talk to us.
The queen.
Yep.
And who is the
All
queen?
the rest of the pieces are these countries. They're
Who's
just
the queen?
pawns in the game.
Who's the queen, Jackie? Who's the queen, minister?
I am.
That's right.
Oh
The
shit!
sisters.
You
We the
done fucked
queens.
up. Next,
We the queens. Go ahead. Next on the board. Next
go
on the
ahead,
board.
Berlin.
I'm just gonna post it because there's too much to say. But boom shaka baby.
The kid's just making weird
Over
noises.
15 centuries, the relationship between Japan and Korea was characterized as cultural exchanges, economic trade, political contract, and military confrontation, all of which, oh shit, it done went around. Hold on. I gotta go back to it. I'm sorry. Political
Read it
trade
'cause
and
I
military
can't see it.
confrontation, all of which underline their relations even today. During the ancient era,
Long story short,
migration
Japan and
via-
Korea are allies.
Huh, basically, that's what
Japan
it
and
says.
Short are
South
allies.
Korea are allies. South Korea and
Right, but
Japan
we're not
are
allies with
allies.
South Korea.
Yes, we are.
What? That
You
does
talking
not
about
matter.
North Korea is on
None of these
China and
allies-
No,
Russia.
North and South Korea is one Korea because Kim Jong Jong merged the two. They're one Korea. There is
They're
no
one
such thing
Korea,
as South
God
and
damn.
North Korea.
When did South Korea become North Korea? Find that. Google
They
that.
are. They're
Find
one Korea.
it. Find
under-
it. Find it.
I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show you.
Okay.
Korea is no longer South and North Korea.
Okay.
I think I heard something about that. The point is, the point
Find
that we're trying to make,
please.
the
Yes,
point that we're
ma'am,
trying
I'm
to
working
make,
on it.
Oh my god.
the point that
That
we're
would have
trying to
been
make,
all
to-
on CNN, all on the news.
the point that we're trying to make.
No, we
yes,
got
you're right,
somebody
Jackie.
else on the board.
Okay, but it's me talking. Give it like 2 seconds.
I am.
Go ahead, go
I
ahead.
wasn't.
All,
She
all
be
I'm
on there a
simply
while.
saying,
That's why.
all I'm simply saying is to you that these allies that you keep mentioning don't matter. None of this ally stuff that you keep trying to bring up, Tisa, does not matter.
Okay, that's what you
they don't
say.
matter.
That's what you say.
Go ahead. It's the
Okay.
truth. It does not matter because the moment that the needs turn and the need to do something else is different, they're gonna turn and say, all right, we're gonna attack
Well,
you now,
that's why
America.
they came to our aid after 9/11, right?
You didn't pause. You didn't pause. Extra time. Go extra.
Go
Extra.
ahead,
You're on the board,
Ecstasy.
man.
Thank you.
Okay, first of all, what Tisa's saying has truth to an extent. What Jackie said is completely true. America is the world police. Anybody living in America, anybody living in any other country knows that America is the world police. So we have to back. You guys ask why are we in Israel? Why are we in Yemen? Because we have to back our allies to show them that they can depend on us, so that we can make sure that we can depend on them to keep
America's safe.
Exactly. They are our protectors, and over those seas, they help us keep water space. Okay, we can't get water space from here, so we have to
Right,
be
exactly.
their friends in order to be able to control the waters around them.
The
We
Red
have
Sea
people
and
in
all
our
that.
marine base. Our Marines are constantly on the water, and they're looking out there, watching what they're doing over in Korea. They're watching what they're doing over in Japan. We can't spy. We can't protect ourselves without having those
Exactly.
allies. So
Exactly.
it is a must that we have them, and it's a must that when they're in war, that we protect them, and they know they can depend on us. This is just what it is. This is the world.
Yeah, we can't
Okay,
reach.
so-
I mean, you got to be able to get there fast enough. And Japan and South Korea, we need that area. You know,
Right,
that's
but the point that we're
China-
trying to make
Which
to
is
you,
exactly why we have these countries that we make sure
We
if
have
they,
military
if they need
bases.
oil, we give it to them. If they need grain, we give it.
exactly. Thank you so much, Extra, for saying that. And the point that's actually was my point. That the moment that we stop providing these things
that
to
wasn't
these
your
countries, they're
point.
gonna.
Ecstasy made
That
it clear.
was my. No, that was the point, that these allies don't matter, because the moment the United States stop doing what they said they're going to do, all they got to do is turn and say, you're not welcome to our country no more. Then we're fucked, because we can't go look over, we can't go spy and do incognito because we stopped doing what we're doing for these countries. We have to keep We have to keep being America has to keep being the sugar daddy to these countries, and the moment we stop being the sugar daddy to these countries, they're gonna just tell them like, okay, well you're not welcome in our country no more, and we can't do nothing about it. Can't do nothing about it.
We are the world police. So if they messing with you over here, we gonna come over here and try to talk it out. If we can't talk it out and get things settled, then we'll make sure that you have all you need to fight this war.
All right, we're gonna
Yeah, we can move on. This was a
we
good
can move on
one.
now.
Wait.
Yeah,
I got one
go-
more thing to say.
Oh
One more
Lord,
thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Please, just one more thing.
hurry,
Everybody's so mad of Donald Trump, but they don't realize he united a whole fucking country while being in presidency that isn't ours. And he's in bed with fucking Russia. Y'all need to go watch that episode of WWE because him and that freaking dude, that bullheaded man, they was
Oh wait a minute. Let me read that. Let me read that too. Here you go.
And he's in bed with China and North Korea.
Here you go.
right. But think about it. If
Hold on. Pause for a second. Here you go. This is what you asked for earlier, and I'm gonna give it to you right here because I'm burning the work. But I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna read it to Tisa. It said I'm gonna read the last part. It says that the whatever declaration in April of 2018 in the joint statement of the United States President Donald Trump and North Korea leader Kim Jong-un at the Singapore summit in June 2018. In the declaration, the two countries, which was North Korea and South Korea, agreed to work together, officially ending the Korean conflict in the future, making them whole, making them one country.
That
Korea.
never happened. Did that happen when Trump was in office?
In 2018,
Yes, this is what I just read it.
Okay. I gotta look it up. Where'd you get the news from?
Okay,
I'm gonna get the link.
I thought that South Korea backed out of that.
Backed out of that shit.
No,
man.
they did it.
All right.
No,
okay.
they did.
Look, I would definitely.
All right. So what you do?
Look
So what
that
you
up
do is just
and
go to
then,
Google.
Then
Go to Google, Tisa. Go to Google.
I know how to look it up. I know how to find it.
Okay, well, excuse me.
I can't do it now though. I can't do it now because
I know. I'm just messing
I'm
with you.
filming. I'm filming.
Okay, see now I can't get your back, Berlin. I had your back for a minute now I can't get your back because you sided with
They
the
did try to back out of that union, but then Trump went in
Okay,
there.
that was the first one I found this. So listen.
All right.
I know, but now I can't have your back no more because you said Wikipedia. Wikipedia is not a good, reliable source of
No,
research.
it's not.
But
And then
understand.
again, we will
Oh
look
my
it
God!
up.
Fine, let me
That
get the
would
other link.
that would have
This
been a
gonna be
known
pansy
thing
about it.
if North Korea and South Korea are partners now. Come on, everybody would have known that. Trump probably.
Well,
all right, let's go to something.
Things
Happen.
happen.
What you got?
Things
Sean?
happen that you don't know about. But yes, we can go on.
Look. I would know. I would have known that. We all right.
Okay.
As we know, we could. Martin Luther King.
Ooh, that's me.
That's you.
I really don't want to talk about this, man. But go ahead, y'all.
Oh, where I gotta go here. No,
That's
it's
me.
just that
I'm Martin Luther
it's
King.
been over 60 years since I Have a Dream, affirmative
That's me.
action, and all that stuff. Now they're trying to say, the historians are trying to say that his speech is no longer relevant. That's what they were trying to get out of this. I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing. Decades later, weighed-in interpretations of one of King's most favorite quotes have fueled a culture war over the merits of affirmative action and diversity and inclusion efforts. Didn't a lot of places get rid of the Supreme Court? Got rid of affirmative action. It's no longer needed, they claim, As each side uses Dr. King's words to justify their stance, historians say we're at risk of erasing the fullness of his legacy and ignoring the long history of discriminatory practices that have fueled inequality in our society today. Do you think we're equal today? Do we think we
We're
need to
not
get rid of this
as
dream?
equal.
Right. We're not
as equal, but
his
we
birthday
are
is
better
Monday,
than.
so that's why.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm currently playing Dr. Martin Luther King. I'm actually a Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. impersonator for Washington D.C. and I'm going to be traveling up there soon to go
Wow.
do the I Have a Dream speech. And so that's what I do. I play him and I have his voice down to a science now.
Oh wow. Do a
So-
little bit right now.
What?
Right.
What?
Come on.
No,
man.
I
Hold
got a
on,
minute.
guys,
I gotta
you
get.
got this.
I gotta pull the speech up. Hold on. I gotta pull the speech up. Give me a minute. I gotta pull that up. I gotta find
pull
it.
it up. Pull it up. But do
But
you
no, so
think we're
we
losing it though? We're losing this whole dream that do
yes,
black people feel
we've been
that
lost the shit.
we've come to a point where we don't need affirmative action. We equal. We get
No,
the
no, no, no.
jobs
We
we
still
want,
need
and
affirmative action.
yeah, yeah. Is
We still
anybody
need
on the
affirmative. I
board?
just people on the board, but I don't know if they want to speak or not. Let me go
Yeah,
see
they
if I
can
can
speak on
find this
this.
thing.
Go ahead, whoever's on the board. Who's that?
Okay, I said I wasn't gonna mention nothing about this, but so I don't think we really. No, it doesn't. You blind Billy Goat. It does not say your name. You next. But I don't
Actually,
think
blind
we.
Billy Goat.
I don't think we are living in a place where we should be. I feel like we still got, like I said, black people, and you still got niggas, and we're not living in that dream. We don't have guys taking their place. We don't have women knowing their place. We don't have. I don't know how to say this without saying like an asshole, but
Well, would that be the fault of society or just us?
it's the fault of society. It's the fault of people trying.
We lost
Mic
you.
will open. There you go. Can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Yeah, now we hear you.
I feel like we lost that whole I have a dream since the 80s to the 90s up to the 2000s because a lot of people is living a fantasy life. Like, I don't feel like we are still free from what I heard. Martin Luther King Jr. was a plant for the Rothschild family. He really wasn't for the black people. He was for the money. And when he stopped doing that, that's why they assassinated him. I heard this is what what I heard. I don't know how true it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know how people go out there and try to ruin someone's image, but no, black people is not living that.
Jackie.
Okay, I'm 56 years old. Okay, and from the time I started voting when I turned 18, even before then, I knew about Martin Luther King. Okay, do I feel as an African American woman living in America that dream has been fulfilled? No.
Nope.
Okay, Martin Luther King to me right now, if he's truly listening, would be flipping in his grave.
Shit
Okay,
flipping, doing cartwheels and
Yep.
backflips
cartwheels,
and
flipping, and trying to cut his own throat and take his speech back because our people have really become distinct. Where it's like we're uncounted in reality. Okay, we don't really try to perfect life. Period. Whether I mean, to every aspects of life, we don't try to perfect it. It's just, oh, I'm gonna make it if I can make it, fake it if I have to. Oh, I ain't gotta help you do nothing. Okay, we don't reach one, teach one. If you knew somebody was having problems with paying their bills or feeding their families, back in the days, we used to have rent parties, we used to have rent barbecues,
Helping each other.
helping each other. The neighborhood doesn't take care of our children. Now it's, oh, that's yours, and I kind of blame that on a lot of these so-called parents because they have the mentality of a uncooked macaroni.
Yeah, we had the
So no,
neighbors.
I
The
don't believe
neighbors
free. It
raised.
took a village to raise a
That's
child.
right.
Nowadays, it's a child killing the village.
But that's why they
What
say
kind
we
of
should
crap
all
is
move
that?
back to the South, and that's how we get our strength. All of us
Nah,
get in a
keep y'all
couple of states.
asses up. Keep your
Man,
asses up.
I know, I know.
I like the South.
I'll go to Georgia. That's the furthest south I'll
No,
probably go.
when you highly intelligent, come on down to Mississippi.
Mississippi is changing a little. I might.
Mississippi is nice. I'm telling you.
All right, Sean, what you got, bruh?
So before I go into my topics that I have lined up, I just want to say that first of all, I want to thank each and every person for being here today. Happy Sunday to you all. And then I also want to say thank you to all those who came out to my talk show last Sunday. And I hope that you would show me the same love and support and come out to my talk show today. Following this talk show here. This will be a good one, and I really do hope you all can join me for that talk show. I do have a special guest who's coming. It's gonna be a really good one. We're gonna be talking about hookup culture and situationships and relationships, and then we're gonna get into child support and women using child support as weapons against men and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna be good. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. So I do hope y'all can join me for Red Alert coming up soon. You're gonna have to fix the time because it's jumping on Sunday, sir. What?
Because I
Oh,
was
oh,
saying,
oh. I mean that's I had to find a time where I'm off of work and still can do it. So that's 4 p.m. and this show ends at 3:45. So that's like 15 minutes until my show. So whatever. But anyway, but yeah. So I hope you all can find time. I don't want to take away from the party that happens after Hot Butter Soul,
bro,
but at
you
the same
using
time,
announcing your shit.
I am. But anyway, but on to what I have down to uh, talk about today. Let me go to it. Hold on. Oh, here it goes. What? Child, what the hell do you want?
It's cold out there. The world's changing. No,
Never mind.
nature's
Nothing.
gonna take over the
That's
whole
gonna piss you
world
off.
anyway.
Because you just keep Sean, shit.
That means I succeeded in pissing you off. Thank you very much.
Anyway, so the first thing we're going to do is I got this one little thing for celebrity news, and I just find it kind of interesting, but because it brought back a memory of mine when I was a kid. But Yo Gotti, everybody know who Yo Gotti is? He's a rapper. If you don't know what he is, good. You don't even know who he is anyway. His brother, he's boring. Yo Gotti. His brother, Big Juke, or whatever the fuck you want to call him, was shot and killed hours after they both were burying their uncle. Had a funeral, they was burying their uncle, and I guess something had happened, or they was coming after Big Juke, who's Yo Gotti's brother, and they shot and killed him moments after his brother's funeral. Yeah, it was a hit or something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
And the reason I brought it up is because I remember something because everybody was like, "Oh my God, rest in peace, rest in peace, oh my God, rest in peace," and I'm like, I'm not saying rest in peace to that. I said, why not? He's a black man who died. I said, no, he's not. He's a street nigga who got killed because his dumb ass was in the streets. And I said, I remember back when I was a kid, my mama, my uncles, my grandmas, all them told me this one little quote, and it'll still be for the rest of my life, and it made me scared today to join in the gang. You live by the streets, you die by the streets, and that is the only thing that is one thing that I have lived by my whole entire life, which is why that is, certain things in your childhood that has drove me to be who I am today. But that is one thing that stuck with me. You live by the streets, you die by the streets, and hey, you live by the streets, and guess what, buddy? You die by the streets. So I will say it was sad that it had to happen during your uncle's funeral because, a death at a funeral is not a good thing. But at the same time, hey, my stepdad says you can't beat the streets. There's too many of them. Exactly. So, go ahead, Berlin. Or do you, actually, yeah, go ahead, Berlin, if you want to go ahead on and talk about this.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. If you're gonna be a hoodlum, a gangbanger, or anything like that, you know what them streets are capable of. You know what was exactly. You wanted that lifestyle. You didn't listen to your mom. Listen, TLC made Waterfalls for a fucking reason. Like that whole part of that son wanted, and she was trying to tell him, go do this, go do that, and he didn't want to listen. He died by the very same thing he was trying to be. That's the same thing that happened to this here young child right here. So I don't feel no remorse for a dude who wants to be a thug. First of all, I don't even know how old he is. How you 45 and still?
Yeah.
Still thugging,
Okay,
huh?
how are you 35 still gangbanging? Like nowhere in your life that you figured that this shit wasn't for you anymore? Like nothing in your head tell you
that's all he knows, maybe?
that's his fault. You 35
really.
years old, you done seen so
45.
many
That dude
around
was
you.
out there trying to be a youngster again and
Y'all
run young.
always interrupted me. I'm gonna start plucking y'all.
Go ahead. I'll pause your
But
time a little bit.
Thank you. But seriously, I feel like if you over that age limit, you should know by now that certain things is going to happen. If you ruin somebody else's family and they part of that same mindset and same lifestyle as you, why make you think you're immune to the lifestyle like someone else isn't? So he got what he asked for. You was a ganger, an old ass gang banger, and you got banged. So you got exactly the lifestyle reward that you've been dying to have. No pun intended.
All right,
So,
thank
But
so
yeah.
you.
did they find who did it or whatever?
Oh, they claim that they have an idea of who it, is, but they haven't made no arrest yet. They're not in no rush. I promise you, they're not.
Oh,
Go
they're
ahead,
not gonna
Jackie.
rush when it's black.
Oh, no, it's not even the fact that it's
Black on
black.
black.
It's a gang. Yeah.
It's that type of mentality that always keep us as a people in the hole, fighting over scraps. Here you have this man, probably between 35 and 40. He out there with the image trying to run with the youngins with his pants hanging down, clothes too baggy. And instead of guiding these youngsters into a more positive direction, he's keeping them down in the ground in 5 o'clock news. Now, let me see your dumb ass out there. I'm going to give a complete description of your ass. I'm going to take a picture of your dumb ass because I don't need you in my neighborhood poisoning my children. That's the problem. People are too afraid to get these assholes off of your street.
And then
Your
take the
camera makes
neighborhood.
no sound and you could do video with audio and take that to the precinct. But we too damn scared to do that.
Is it the
So
fear,
you get,
Jackie? Is it the fear? Because we did the neighborhood thing in the back of the day.
you
Is it
don't
more
have to have
fearful now?
a organization. Wherever I lived up north, if I'm bold enough, I walk over to a drug dealer and say, "Listen here, I got children. Between these hours, I don't want to see you,"
Well,
and they
I'm glad you
respected
bold.
that.
Okay, let me cut in. Let me cut in. First of all, okay, everybody know who Tukey Williams is, right?
No. Who is he?
You don't know
Hold
who
on,
Tukey Williams
Listen,
Probably I
is?
know him by what? Is he a rapper? Another rapper?
No, he funded one of the biggest gangs in the world.
Wow.
Exactly, the Crips.
Okay. I'm
Tukey
not.
Williams never made the Crips to be gangbangers and hurting the streets. He
Okay.
first made the Crips to protect the streets. His general went around and made the Bloods. That's why we have the
I know I
Bloods and
heard of the
Crips
Bloods.
thing.
Yeah, Crips and all that.
Right. They started a criminal thing. Then you had other people taking his dream of being I would say, the modernized Black Panthers, and they killed it. That's if you ever watched the movie on Tukey Williams, he never intended to make the Crips to be a gangbanger, selling drugs, selling weed. It was to keep the police from killing us.
Wow,
That's
there's a
actually
movie
That's
out
what the
there.
Crips
There's
was
a
made.
movie. There's a movie out there on that.
Exactly.
What's the name of the movie?
It's a whole movie. That's why a lot of these gangbangers who's out in the street said, "Oh, Tukey Williams, Tukey Williams." If you knew what he really was about, you wouldn't be out here killing each other. They wasn't selling drugs. The drugs was given to us by the government.
Yeah, but you
That's
know
why
you're
we have
right
drugs
about
in
By
that.
the
in the city.
government.
You right about that because
Yes,
the black.
by the government.
Yeah, you're right because the Black Panthers weren't out there the way they portrayed them. They weren't out there to cause harm and this, that, and the other. It was to protect too, and they got the raw end of the deal. From
Yes,
you
Right.
yes,
know,
yes.
yeah.
That's why I'm trying. This is why I understand when people talk about they gangbanging. There was no hazing when you got into the Bloods and Crips. There was none of that. Even with the Neanthas or the 21s or none of them. They seemed as terrorists or many malicious by the government because they was protecting us from them.
I hear you on that.
And MS-13, all of them. Like that's why I don't
Okay,
understand.
now you're wrong. Now you got into the left
I
area.
know, I know.
Right? I
She
was
threw a
cooking,
few
right?
more in
No,
there.
you really did because you right about the Bloods and the Crips. There was a Bloods and the Crips. You are correct about that. But once
Okay,
you got
then
into
take
all
that,
the
take
things,
that line out. Take that last line out.
that's when you got into the.
Okay, listen. Remember back in the day, what's the oldest gang you can call it that you know of?
The Sugar Hill Gang. I'm
The
just kidding.
the Black Panthers.
Black Panthers.
Okay.
That's right.
Black Panthers organization was in East New York, Brooklyn at first. Okay. Then a few years later, when they became corrupted, you had another group called the Guardian Angels.
Guardian Angels, right?
Then you had another group that came out, which was two groups that Berlin just spoke of. Then you have the little followers behind that. But out of all of these organizations or groups or gangs, there's only one of them that ever been respected by this government and called on upon, and that to today, there's only one.
Which one is that?
I mean, are you going to
Your
tell us, or you just going to
guardian
just?
angels. Your guardian angels.
Well,
Now,
the
if you don't
name,
believe, you can look it up.
I believe it by the name itself. I mean,
Guardian angels are stationed back in my time in Brooklyn, New York. They were right hand
Long time
partners
ago.
with. That's not that fucking long ago. They're still there. But I
we got noise on.
they
Yeah, we
became
moving on. We moving on after. We got to move on to the next stuff.
Right.
the
Wait,
heart.
wait. I want to say one more thing. One more
No,
thing.
no,
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 here,
no,
wait. I promise.
no,
It'll be short. I promise.
no,
I promise. It's short. I promise. Shut the hell up.
Hurry
So
up.
what I was going to say is that if people really want to respect the streets, put the nuns back in the streets. Every time you saw a nun walking down the street, you stopped what you was doing. You cleaned up. You stopped doing all the gay banging. You stopped what you was doing and let her walk past. Don't nobody want to get their ass smacked by a nun.
Yeah, they
and
say,
they got to go to church and see that same nun again. Like, put the nuns back on the street. That's the biggest
They're
gang out there that you
afraid.
don't
They're
have.
afraid to get on the
Nowadays,
street.
they don't care. They ain't got no respect for them either.
Nope, they
They
don't.
don't.
And
But they
plus,
don't even
especially
have
if they
nuns.
out
Do you,
there
how many nuns do
collecting
you see walking the
money.
street today? I haven't seen any.
Well, especially if they
Because
out
it's so
there taking
dangerous.
donations, they're gonna get ripped off. Today.
Anywho, well,
Go
moving
ahead,
on,
Sean.
moving on. So in this whole thing, I had a letter, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do this because I mean, I don't care about that letter. I got wait a minute, 1, 2, 3. I got 6 trivia questions, and I'm gonna ask 6 trivia questions, each worth 50 lindens, and I'm gonna pay y'all. So
Okay, y'all
y'all
gotta
ready?
check local because I can't see it. So.
Yeah, local. I'm looking at local. I'm looking at
Okay,
local,
good,
so
good,
I'll
good,
know.
good. Okay.
I'll know. I'll know who we cheating or not. All right, you only got 5 seconds to answer because you know y'all like to go on Google and type shit in and stuff, and some of y'all probably getting y'all Google thing open down right now. So, all right. So the first question is the first 3. Oh, yeah, the first 3 are quotes. The first 3 are quotes, famous quotes, famous quotes. So the first one is, "Who said this? Smoking." 5,
Oh,
4,
wait a minute.
3.
Oh my God.
All right, Exy got it right.
What
Exy got it right.
What's-
Exy got it first. It was the mask. Go,
Oh,
Exy! Look at that! Look at that!
Oh,
Wait a minute.
look,
How you
she's
gonna say
good
she
at
got it right
this.
when I said the mask? She should said mask.
It's whatever.
She knows. She knew she's saying. So don't try to be petty. All right. The next one is. This one is gonna be funny because I want to see who'll be able to type it in first. You ready for it? The next one is no. The next one is I pity the fool. I pity the fool.
That's that
5,
boxer.
4,
Oh,
3,
man. What's his name?
2. Ecstasy went and got it again.
What is it? Go on, X. I told you she's
Listen to
good.
But she ain't getting. You can't win twice. You're not gonna get all my money. I'm
No.
I'm messing with her. I'm messing
Mr.
with her.
T, I knew it was something, y'all. A silly fool.
All right. The last quote. The last quote is this. Now this is gonna be a little bit of a bounce. No, I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm not gonna. Well, yeah. We'll do that. For this one, either name the movie or the actor who said, like, name the movie or the character who said it. All right, you ready? The quote is, "Great Scott." 5, 4,
Oh, man.
3, 2,
Great.
1.
Planet.
Everybody got it wrong. Ain't that some shit?
Oh, Great Scott. Wait a minute. Don't say that.
Great Scott.
I know.
Anybody want to get it for free?
Lost in Space? No.
Malcolm got it. Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Yeah.
And it was
Lloyd.
Doc,
Lloyd. Yeah. The
Dr. Brown.
Right. Doc Brown.
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd.
Great Scott.
Christopher Lloyd. Yep. Now, see, I want to go watch that now.
Yep. All right. So now, here's the next one. So the next one are about songs. Songs. What is Madonna's most famous song? Five, four, three, two, one. Agency got it right. It was Virgin. Oh well,
Just
actually
the
Malcolm got it right. Like a virgin because it's like a virgin. Not can't just say virgin. Like a virgin.
like a
So Malcolm can
virgin.
get that.
Yeah.
This is not Wheel of Fortune.
This is
Yeah, like
all
a
right.
virgin stuck it. That sure was.
You lucky I'm being nice now because you actually spelled it wrong. I should have been like, oh, you didn't say it, but you said it, so I'll give it to
I
you.
did spell virgin right.
No, I'm talking about Malcolm didn't spell
Malcolm.
virgin right. No, but you didn't say it like a virgin. You just said virgin. The song is like a virgin. All right, here we go. What is James Brown's most famous song? Five, four,
Please,
three,
please, please.
two, one. Nobody got it right. Nope. It's I
The
Feel
man's
Good.
world.
Oh, I feel
It's
good.
I Feel Good.
All right.
Yeah,
That I
that's his
would
most
now.
famous.
Yeah, I feel
It's his
good.
most famous. Last one. This one might be doozy for the black people. We'll see. We'll see who get this. I think Malcolm might get this one though. Malcolm might get this one, but we'll see. And here we go. The question is, who wrote? Hold on, wait. What's the name of the song again? Hold on. Oh, okay. Here we go. Who wrote "I Will Always Love You"? Five, four, three,
Dolly
two,
Parton.
one. Already. I see. Look, Dolly Parton is the original writer of "I Love You." Malcolm would have gotten it right, but it was right after I said the little one, and it was too late. So, but yes, I knew Malcolm was gonna get it. I knew Malcolm was gonna get it. Yes, the original writer of the song was Dolly Parton.
Wow.
Yes, she wrote the
Okay.
song and gave it to Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston is the one that made it famous.
Yep.
That's
Yep,
right.
yep.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Now I got a bonus question. If you get this right, I will give you 50 lemons. And I'll give you this. But there is no timer for this one. There's no timer for this one. So we'll see whoever gets it right first.
Uh-oh.
The question is, who is America's most famous grandma?
Me.
My grandmother.
Who is
Right.
America's most famous grandma? Nope, not Medea, not Maybelline. Who is America's most famous grandma? No, not Cece.
Oh.
No, not Auntie Mama. I don't even know who that is.
World's most famous grandmother.
I don't know who Mosley is either. No, the pancake ain't. No, it ain't either. Oh, y'all got that wrong. God damn. Nobody? That's it?
Mhm.
Nobody know?
Oh,
I say my grandma. That's it.
that's
Your Betty White. Betty White. It's Betty White. She's America's most famous grandma. Betty White.
she
I don't see
dead.
how y'all. I don't see how y'all. That's Auntie. No, that's
Cause
the
ain't nobody better
Ain't
than
she
my
dead?
grandma. That's it.
Yeah, she passed away. She passed. Yeah, but she's America's most famous grandma.
Oh
Yep.
God, I thought living, Sean.
And we don't know none of her grandkids.
Right, I don't know nothing of
Betty White
grandkids.
don't have no grandkids. Betty White don't have no kids
She
or
don't,
grandkids.
and she couldn't cook.
Well, how she's the most famous grandma?
And she couldn't cook.
Because she was grandma. She was like old enough, and she was like everybody's grandma because she couldn't have kids.
That's Well, in that case, I would have been your great grandma
Wasn't she like 99 or something?
when she died. Yeah.
90,
Yeah.
yeah, 99. Okay, here I got one more thing, and this will be the last one. This one is about Betty White. We're gonna see if you get this one. Malcolm might get this one. Malcolm, you're listening, you might get this one, but I'm gonna say it. There's a saying when it comes to Betty White. She is the one who coined the phrase. She's the one who coined a certain phrase because she was born right after the invention of this common household food.
Oh.
Betty White was born after this common household food and therefore coined this phrase. Nope.
Oh man, I love grits. Kiss my grits.
Nope.
Nah.
I'm gonna give you 5 more seconds. 5,
Where's the beef?
4, 3.
Yeah, right. Where's the beef?
One. Nope.
I don't know.
The answer is the best thing since sliced bread, or however you
Oh,
say that. Betty White was born, I think, 2 or 3 years before sliced bread was as actual thing. So she
Dad, can
was the
you
person with the best thing
imagine?
since sliced bread.
Think about it. What are the things that happened 100 years ago
oh
when she was
God.
born to now? A lot of things changed.
I love her. Who said that? Felicia? Oh yeah, yeah, yep. I love Betty White too. Yeah, she's the
She
best thing
was,
since
she
sliced
was,
bread.
she was good. She was good. I liked it. What's that one where they played with the white women? She was in
The
that
white
one.
woman.
Oh yeah, it was oh
Golden
And
my
thank you
Girls.
gosh.
for being
Golden
a
Girls.
friend.
Golden Girls.
Bum, bum,
I used to
bum.
love that show. Every now and again, I still
Yeah,
rewatch
that
it
I
was a
because I'm
good
watch
such
it.
a
I
show.
fan.
watch it now. I go to
Yeah.
the old stuff and I
I
watch
love
it.
it because you could binge on it. You don't have to wait till
You
next
know what?
week.
I know I'm young, and I probably should know nothing about this, but Maul. Do everybody know what Maul is?
Maud.
Y'all
What,
remember that
babe?
show?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
she
look,
was good.
You
I'm
don't
looking for
watch.
that
You
show.
don't watch the
She's
Golden
the
Girls,
first
babe?
one to have the show.
That's
Maud.
right, Maud. Yup.
Maud.
Yeah,
She
the
extended
author.
off another show though. Wasn't she a maid on another show? Then got
No,
her own.
Florida from Good Times with
Your
Freddie
That's
on
mama
the show.
watches.
that's right.
It's a
That's
good show.
right. Right.
It's
Right.
a
Right.
good show, babe. It's a good show.
I like that.
Maud.
Also, I'm also wanna. Now I'm about to say something about myself. I'm kind of giving them a little sensitive side. There's a show called that my celebrity crush. I don't care how old she is. She dead and gone now, but boy, I'll do
Uh
some
oh.
Della
Who
Reese
is
now.
this? Oh,
Della
Della
Reese, boy.
Reese.
Della
Oh
Reese,
my
boy, she can
God.
get it
Oh
anytime.
Lord.
Boy, that old bitty can get it.
She was
I,
in that.
I
She was
break the
Oh
good in
piss
my
off that
Harlem.
God, you so
coochie.
perverted. The old
Della
bitty could
Reese.
get it.
But yeah, she was good in
Touched by an
Harlem.
angel.
Cotton Coming
Yeah,
Harlem. Was that the
there's this,
movie?
huh?
What movie she was in when she got her
You hear
big
that,
toe
babe?
shot
The
off?
movie
He
Hollow
said the
Knights.
old
Harlem
bitty
Harlem
could get
Nights.
Nights.
it.
Yeah.
Her and oh my God, her and what's
um.
Also, but you might most people
Pinky Toe.
most
Everybody in that
people
movie's dead now, except
no,
Eddie
not Eddie
Murphy.
Murphy.
Eddie
Yeah, Eddie
Murphy.
Murphy's
Yeah.
yeah, Eddie Murphy's the only one living left. He's the only one left from the show.
Yeah.
Touched by an Angel. She's from Touched by an Angel, and she also played a little episode in That's So Raven where she was the do up, do up, do
That's
up, do
right.
up,
That's
do up,
right.
do up,
Yeah.
do up, do up. That's where I first met. That's where I first seen her. She was I think she's playing the
You
grandma,
know what?
but
Another one is I Love Lucy. You know, it was a controversy behind that because a
I don't
Cuban
know
was
that.
a Cuban was considered brown. A brown. You know, they didn't think that show was gonna make it from the
I
Oh
like when
yeah,
beginning.
she
yeah,
saw
yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
He stepped on her pinky toe.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
He shot her
he
But
shot it. He
yeah.
shot her toe.
He
Big
shot
toe.
her toe.
Yeah.
Like, Lord.
Shoot me.
She
Yeah.
was messing him up. She
She
Oh,
did. She
Oh.
was. She was kicking his ass
he
though.
went up in the air when she punched him.
Yup.
That's what I'm
She
talking
was
about,
like, here
nigga.
it is. Here's my toe. Yeah, yeah. He shot it.
Yup.
I used to love her. Kiss my ass, Red. You blind motherfucker.
You didn't like her entire ass, okay?
I know the
Oh,
whole.
I'm
Kiss
sorry.
my
Kiss my ass.
Yup. The whole.
They used to fight all the time, huh? And Red.
No, it reminds me of my grandparents because that one scene with why would you leave a sip of oranges in a container? That's something my grandparents would have
Oh
done.
God, my mother would have woke up the
Makes
whole
no
house.
sense. But did you see the sandwiches, the tuna sandwiches she was making?
Oh,
Oh,
These were
right.
huge. I was like, man, I would take only half, maybe a little piece of that. Piece.
I really do wish that things like I don't know why, but I feel like back then life was even though like
They
time,
lived life.
Times have
life
changed.
was better. We had more of a community back then. Now
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck did happen. Even though it was still bad with racism and all that good stuff, and black people still had a hard time. But that community, that's some community and stuff. I wish I could have experienced that, back then. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you all so much for coming to Real Talk Uncut. If you are loving the conversations and want to join me over at Red Alert, you're more than
Just
welcome
seeing you.
to.
That's why I'm
I
walking
will be
around so
sending
y'all
out
be on
TPs
camera
in a
here.
few. If you would like a TP, please DM me, IM me, or whatever you want to call it, and I'll send you a personal TP to the show. If you all would like to go across the street and party away with Tisa, Gmal Tisa. I don't know why she
No,
gotta say
man.
Gmal.
It's extra DJ extraordinaire. I don't DJ.
I'm sorry,
Because
DJ Extra, whatever his name is. Go over there, listen to his music
extraordinaire.
and party and stuff over there with
Sweet
him if you want
Soul
to.
Sunday Jam. Stop taking my crowd.
I ain't taking your crowd.
No, you're
I'm
right.
here.
You're right. Because, you know, they going to follow. They follow. They not. They not.
Yeah.
Hello,
Get it
you. I
right.
said hi to you.
I'm sorry I didn't hear you. Hi. I fell
Happy
asleep. I actually
Sunday
woke
and
up to y'all
goodbye.
talking,
Get
All
out.
right. So
and I
this is
got
our
message as
show.
I was coming or not. I was asleep.
Berlin.
Uh-huh.
Hush.
Yes.
Shh.
This is our show. If
Yeah.
Why
anybody
are you
wants the
telling her to
link,
shush?
we are
I
live
know
right
that.
now on
I know what I
YouTube.
did.
And if
This is
anybody wants the
closing out.
link, click the bulletin board up there and get the link to today's show. And see y'all next week. I'm going over to party.
All right.
Party hardy. Thank everybody.
Click the link and get the.
Yeah,
If you
the
want to watch
bulletin
it on
board,
YouTube.
the link, the note cards in there, and then you could see the show live.
Can I talk now since I was shushed?
If you all want to come to Red Alert, I got my ambassadors, Coast and Berlin and Malca. You can hit any of
Wait,
them
what
up, and they're gonna keep.
happened? What happened to me? Like what?
You're not an
Right.
ambassador. You gotta have come to the first show to be an ambassador. You just a guest. You gotta work your way up. You gotta
Negro, let
take
me
one
tell you
step.
something. The last time you had a show, your ass said you TP'd everybody. I didn't get not one TP.
You wasn't online.
I was two online. What are you talking about?
Okay, that's our show for today, and we're getting ready to walk over to the club, as I do every week, and we're going to party. Click the club dance HUD right here, and then join Jackie on the floor. We got who's here already? Let's see. Sweet Juice is here. So we'll see you later.